guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. And today's video is going to be a review and comparison of the Too Faced Natural Eyes eyeshadow palette versus the Hard Candy Look Pro Natural Eyes eyeshadow palette. I've seen a lot of people were suggesting these two as a dupes, so we will swatch them, we will compare them, and then we will see if they are dupes or not. So starting from the Too Faced eyeshadow palette, it retails for $36 and you receive 0.39 ounces of product here. Inside you receive 9 eyeshadows, 3 of them is bigger size and 6 of them are smaller. You also receive a small booklet that kind of shows you what to do with all these eyeshadows, and behind it you have a mirror. The Hard Candy packaging is almost the same. It's metallic, it's a little bit bigger, it's a little bit bulkier, but it's okay as it retails for $8. For $8, you can buy it at Walmart and you will receive the same 0.39 ounces of product, but in addition, you will receive an eye primer, an eyeliner, and an applicators. You also have a small booklet over here, a mirror, and you have the kind of the same as the Too Faced eyeshadows. You have 3 larger pans of the eyeshadows and 6 smaller ones. In advance, I can tell you that the textures are a little bit different, and I found that the Hard Candy texture is a little bit creamier, but at the same time it has more of a kick up and it has more of the fallout on the eyes. I also should mention that today I've applied a couple of the eyeshadows from the different palettes. I have a Too Faced eyeshadow palette on this eye, and I have Hard Candy Natural Eyes eyeshadow palette on this eye. I've applied all 3 shades from the first row, and I've applied the left shade from the second row. And as you can see, there is not so much of a difference. So now let's move to the swatches. I will show you all of them, compare, and we will find out if they are dupes or not. So here we are, and the Too Faced swatches is going to be on the right and the Hard Candy swatches are going to be on the left. And this is the first color in the Too Faced. It's Heaven, and they don't have the names on the Hard Candy palette. But as you can see, the Too Faced palette is much more pigmented. It's more of a whitish color, and the Hard Candy is more of a pinkish, and it's not really pigmented enough. The next color is my favorite. It's a Cashmere Bunny in the Too Faced, and the one that it's in coordinating place on the Hard Candy palette. And what I can say, the Cashmere Bunny is a little bit more warmer, where the Hard Candy palette is a little bit more on the cooler side. And I also should mention that the Hard Candy has much more of the powder kick up, and the Too Faced has more of the silkier consistency. Here is the Espresso shade and the one in the Hard Candy palette, and as you can see here, the Hard Candy is also less pigmented than the Too Faced, and I had to make a lot of work to make the Hard Candy palette match the Too Faced one, when with the Too Faced it was like 1, 2, 3. Here is Silk City and the other from the Hard Candy palette, and here where they are a lot more similar, they have the same pigmentation and the same grainy texture in the pan. The only difference is in color, as the Too Faced is more on the white side and the Hard Candy is more on the pinkish. Here is the push-up from the Too Faced and other from the Hard Candy, and actually they look a little bit different than it is on the video, because in live the Too Faced color is a little bit more goldish, and it also has more of the metallic sheen in it, when the Hard Candy is just the glittery color and it's more on like the rosy champagne gold color. Also, again, the Hard Candy has a lot of powder kick up, and it also has some strange texture because it has some white grains that are different texture from the eyeshadows in the pan, and it seems really strange and disappointing, whereas in Too Faced it's just a really nice usual formula. This is the Erotica from the Too Faced and the other from the Hard Candy, and what I can say, these colors are completely different. The only thing that is same in them is a glitter. They have the same kind of a glitter, but the texture on the Too Faced is much more silkier and it's much less splotchy as in the Hard Candy. But again, the Hard Candy is actually working and you can make it work. It's just it will take a little bit more effort. In the Too Faced palette, this color name is Nudie, and what I can say, in live they do look much more similar to each other. They have almost the same texture. The Hard Candy has a little bit more of the powder kick up, but actually they do look really similar. This is the Honey Pot shade, and I would say that these two colors are the most different in both palettes. The Honey Pot is, as you can see, a much more lighter, and the Hard Candy is much more orangey. I would also say that the Too Faced is more metallic-y when the Hard Candy is just a glittery, shimmery, nice kind of the eyeshadow. I love both of these colors, but they are so different. So this is the last pair of the eyeshadows, and on the Too Faced it's a chocolate martini, and these are also a little bit different. I would say that they are a kind of similar. They both have a glitter. They are both of a brownie shades. It's just the Too Faced is a little bit more darker, and here is where Hard Candy is a little bit on the warmer side. And what I would say, the Too Faced has a little bit more of the glittery pieces inside, and the Hard Candy has not so much of a glitter. They are not metallic, they do have a glitter pieces in them. And the Hard Candy is not as silky as the Too Faced, and it also has a little bit more of the powder kick up. Here are also an eyeshadow primer and an eyeliner from the Hard Candy palette, and I can say that the eyeliner is really pigmented and it's so creamy. It would be so easy to smudge. Primer has a sheer tint to it and it transforms to a powder, so you don't need to set it. But what I can say, it doesn't work on my oily eyelids and it creases after only 2 to 3 hours of wearing. So here are first 4 shades from both palettes. On the left is Hard Candy and on the right is Too Faced. I just wanted you to show it so you would compare them in the more global picture. And here are the rest 5 shades. So after all the swatches, would I suggest that the Hard Candy Look Pro Naturall Eyes eyeshadow palette is the dupe for the Too Faced Naturall Eyes? No. But I will say that it's a great way to try an eyeshadow palette like this. So if you don't want to splurge $36 for an eyeshadow palette, you can absolutely go for a Hard Candy and you will not regret buying it. It completes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!